Cyberpunk 2077?
Launched already.
Today is the day.
And all of us are ready. Hold on. Got a phone call. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's pretty bad.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Okay, I just had an emergency, totally real phone call. My reporter that's out on the job, he just told me that one reviewer didn't even play the game.
How much have you played? And finished it, but I've almost finished it.
Another had an epileptic seizure, and when trying to put out a PSA to everybody, people slandered her.
Instead of being supportive like you might think of this PSA, a shocking amount of insensitive people were slandering it.
So what if I'm the monster?
Saying things like, don't play then, or sounds like a personal problem, and just because you have a disorder doesn't mean CDPR should have to change anything in the game. As if Liana, being epileptic and putting herself through a playthrough in Cyberpunk 2077 that resulted in a bad seizure wasn't enough, it also resulted in her article bringing awareness to epileptic issues in this game being criticized and slandered.
What's really going on with these reviews? Because another says that it's so buggy, we're about to get another Fallout 76 on our hands.
Allows us to have 16 times the detail. To have 16 times the detail. To have 16 times the detail.
And if you remember that, well, it's pretty bad. Wouldn't that make this Cyberpunk 76? Or would it be Cyberpunk 2076?
Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it's our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
Oh, or am I just stealing a joke from Game and Laming?
Question is this game Cyberpunk 2077 or Cyberpunk 2076? Let's find out.
Who knows? Either way, we're going to dive into it now, and you can make up your own mind after seeing the details. In this video, the fall of Cyberpunk 70. I gotta quit stealing people's gigs.
Well, I'll tell you. Buckle up, buckaroos. Today's lesson is the misfired launch of
Cyberpunk 76.
Our story starts with several Cyberpunk reviews, all from certain SJW game journos, rating Cyberpunk lower than many other games that they have looked at. Cyberpunk has a lower rating than Pokemon.
These are the 3 demons you must slay if you wish to succeed in business.
Let that sink in. Pokemon. All of the gripes being about a lack of representation or something. And after YouTubers and independent creators called this out, certain dominoes started to fall. An example is this GameSpot review done by the Too Much Water lady.
I really want to reiterate, like, there's a lot about Johnny that is not likable. Like, he just doesn't treat women very well, or like historically when he was alive, I guess.
Too Much Water lady? What is that, you ask?
Far too much dancing, not nearly enough prancing.
It's another really bad review done by the same reviewer that didn't play Cyberpunk before reviewing it. What you're about to learn right now, that turned into a great meme. The meme helped many people decide to not watch IGN ever again.
And I got a dick sword out of it. So I would say it was worthwhile. But I do want to mention, I think the sex scenes are so awkward. Because it's like
really?
POV porn, and it's because it's per person.
Thus, a meme saved people's lives, saved their lives from reading terrible reviews, jokes, and bad journalism. Pretty good meme. Hey, that's pretty good.
Fear not, I'll get you to a hospital the only way I know how.
It's time to stop, okay?
So what are some of the things that Too Much Water said about this? I'm out of breath. I just ran I just ran upstairs to get something to drink. What are some of the things? Actually, I got a bottle of water. I really got a bottle. Damn it. What are some of the things that Too Much Water Lady said about Cyberpunk? Well, one of the YouTubers that called her out was Jamie Poundley of The Cartering, and we're going to use his review to see what she said.
I barely updated my weapons. I went
You didn't update your weapons in an RPG. Now I know she played on easy.
clothes shopping once. Side note.
I went clothes shopping all the time.
Really?
I probably wasted so much time.
You didn't even change the... Look at all the options you have for clothes in this game, and you didn't even bother to change once? She herself admits she barely played the game.
But there's a lot of stuff on the periphery that I was just like, I am never going to use this. Like, I don't think I crafted like one thing.
You crafted one thing. And you reviewed Cyberpunk 2077. Am I the biggest fan of crafting? No, I'm really not. However, I'm not a video game reviewer reviewing an RPG.
It's like a whole crafting interface and like all this.
Oh God, ooh, jeez, craft. Oh God, ooh, jeez, in an RPG. Oh God, ooh, jeez, yeah. Oh God, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
It's crafting stuff. I barely touched it.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Our next problem started when an Xbox committed to improving certification process after Cyberpunk had a seizure-inducing section.
Thank the force! This little thing has had me worried sick. Come here, you little womp rat!
This is, of course, after Xbox didn't bother playing the game or looking at it for any reason whatsoever. I mean, if they did, why didn't they catch this beforehand? CD Projekt Red maybe should have known and put a warning, but isn't it kind of obvious? They said this. The statement comes after Cyberpunk was found to include light patterns.
I had a weird encounter.
Light patterns in a game that has to do with hacking people's brains and shooting guns and flying around in a portion of gameplay critical to advancing the plot, and it could cause seizures in players with epilepsy. I just figured everybody assumed this. I guess I was wrong, because a Game Informer staff member reported having a seizure due to the light pattern. Yes, the same Game Informer, and here is the reporting of it. But this YouTuber, Zumi Fiasco, had something pretty crazy to say.
Again though, other fans are going way too far and taking it personally when anything bad is said about this game or any type of factual information is spread on it that is not positive information.
We gonna do this in front of the kid?
With anything pointing towards the slightest bit of negativity or something that could stunt the game's reputation, they are getting defensive and lashing out.
They could just be giving their opinion, though.
And let's talk about the matter at hand. Game Informer writer Liana Rupert put together an article on Cyberpunk 2077 in regards to epilepsy. Being a gamer that suffers from epilepsy, she felt it to be her responsibility, given the platform she has as a credible writer for Game Informer.
Nobody at Game Informer is a credible writer.
To spread awareness on just how triggering Cyberpunk 2077 can be.
I was like, I have other stuff to do, but I was
yeah, it's almost like, you know, people were just thinking she was trying to get views to Game Informer. Of course, I'm not saying that's what she did, but I can't really hate people that had that criticism. Can you?
Epileptic PSA. Now, guys, after reading this article, I'm pretty concerned for any gamer out there with any sort of epilepsy that wants to dive into Cyberpunk.
Maybe 50% of games shouldn't be dived into if you have that condition. But let's just take a look at what other type of articles Game Informer has given to the public. Remember that one scathing low review from GameStop about Cyberpunk? GameStop, ironically, owns Game Informer. Game Informer has a really bad reputation, and they even said this 3 years ago, that basically all games would be better if they contained left-leaning politics and had politically driven plots.
Are you sure about that?
You may not know about all of these things that primes people to not trust Game Informer or any of their workers.
Sorry, Mr. Burns, but I don't go in for these backdoor shenanigans.
But what else is going on with Cyberpunk? Well, I want to tell you. But this video has taken me days, and there's too much else going on. As most of you know, Cyberpunk has damaging graphical and gameplay glitches. The issue is that a lot of people playing on PC are not experiencing these glitches at all. Wait, what's this? Cyberpunk? Audience rating? A 3.3? I'll keep you updated, and at the end of all of this, I will do a complete documentary, The Fall of Cyberpunk 76. But as for now, this is all you get. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Time for an ad. I don't have any companies that support me, so if you want to like and subscribe, it would make all the time I put into this worth it. Peace. I'm stupid.